Today, I'm going to teach you maybe one of the most difficult topics of English, articles, but especially article the. Today, we are going to talk about the. Okay, I'm going to give you all the details, when to use it, how to use it, when not to use it, and how to pronounce it. First of all, why is it difficult? Because there are some languages that have articles, okay? For example, German. If you speak German, it is easier for you to understand the articles. But there are so many other languages that they don't have articles. So that's why it may become difficult to grasp why we need an article, or when to use it, or when not to use it. So in this video, I'm going to explain you all the details. So don't you worry. Alright, lovelies. Welcome to English with Lingua Matik. I am your English teacher, Merve, and now let's get started. Okay, first let's start with how to pronounce the. How to pronounce, because you may hear different pronunciation of the word the. Okay, so mainly there are two ways of pronunciation. One of them is the, and the other one is the. The. All right? Your tongue is behind your front teeth, so you make this sound, the. Okay? Or the. Okay. So when do we say the? If the following word is consonant sound, it is pronounced as the. Okay? What does consonant mean? For example, B, C, D, these are consonant sounds. For example, the city or the phone. Alright? If the following word is a vowel, it is pronounced as the. For example, the internet or the empire. Do you see I or E? They are vowel sounds. That's why we say the. But this is not the only case we use the. If you want to emphasize something, you can use the. So it doesn't matter if it starts with a consonant or vowel. Okay? I want to emphasize something. I want to say yes, that one. And everyone should know it. In these cases, emphasize means like highlighting, you know? You want to show that one. You can use the. For example, she was the best student ever. In this example, best starts with B. It's a consonant sound. Normally I should say the, right? But I want to emphasize her. I want to say she is the one. So I say the best student. I am emphasizing, right? So I say she was the best student ever. Or another example, you are the one. You are the one. In this example, I'm again highlighting one. Okay, one already starts with a vowel, but I'm highlighting. So I want to say you are the one. Okay, another third and final case of the. If you are thinking what to say, okay, what's my next word? I don't know, right? So I can say the. For example, I want to go for the yellow one. So in this example, I'm going for the yellow one. I don't know what to choose. I don't know what my word is, right? So I don't even know the word. How can I know if I will say the or the? So in these cases, you can use the. Because it's easier to say the, right? Instead of the. So we say when we don't know what is our next word, we use the. Alright, so this is how we are going to pronounce it. Okay? The or the if it's consonant, the if it's vowel, if you want to emphasize, and if you don't know what to say. Alright? So now let's get going to when to use it. When are we gonna use this the? So the is a definite article. What does it mean, definite article? It means we use it to talk about a noun that has already been discussed and is known. Like this, everyone knows what we are talking about, all right? For example, I have a plant here, okay? So this is a plant. If I say a plant, okay, it's any plant in the world, right? I'm not talking about a specific one. Or maybe I'm talking for the first time, okay, here's a plant. But now I want to say the plant is a gift. So now you know which plant I'm talking about. It's definite, it's certain, right? So, okay, you know and I know that I am talking about this. Now it's something certain. So if we know what we are talking about, we use the, all right? This is what I mean when we say definite. Because if it's indefinite, we use a or n in English. For example, if I say a plant, any plant, but the plant, now we know what we are talking about. Okay, let's put the plant here and we go on. Let me give you another example. They bought a summer house. A summer house. I continue. The house has a sea view. Now, in the first sentence, I said a summer house because it's the first time I mentioned it's any house in the world, right? But if I say the house has a sea view, okay, now we know which house I'm talking about. So if it's specific, we use the, all right? Let me give you another example. I was happy to see the woman who saved my cat. Which woman I'm talking about? The woman who saved my cat. It's definite, it's certain, it's specific. Which woman? The woman who saved my cat. Again, here, you know and we know, everyone knows which woman I'm talking about. It's not just a woman, it's the woman. And I love her because she saved my cat, right? So when I say definite or specific, you don't have to know all the details about this, but you need to know which woman I'm talking about, right? It's a particular woman. It's not any woman. Okay, remember that, okay? So this is the first and the most important rule, okay? If something is definite and certain, specific, we use the. Okay, now, another case we use the is to identify a unique noun when there is only one. For example, the earth, our earth, lovely earth, or our sun. There is only one, right? So we use the. It's specific. It makes sense, right? So the earth, the sun. Let me give you an example in a sentence. The earth rotates around the sun. All right. Another case, we use the with countable or uncountable nouns. We can use, for example, the children, the books, countable nouns. We can count, right? Or the cheese, the coffee. These we cannot count. Okay, now we use the with superlative adjectives and adverbs. Superlative, for example, I got the cheapest option. The cheapest option. Again, it's certain, it's specific. If I use superlative, it's certain. Everyone knows what is the cheapest option, right? It's one. There's only one option. Or he runs the fastest. All right. Another case we use the is with only. Only. For example, you are the only person that I can tell my secret. The only. Again, it makes sense because it is specific. It's that person, only person. All right. Or this is the only road to leave the town. Again, only, there is only one. It's specific. So if you see only, you need to use the. All right. Another case we use the is with plural country names that typically ending in S. For example, the Bahamas or the Maldives or the Philippines. Do you see all of them ending in S? Or the Netherlands. It's probably because these countries have pieces of countries, right? So I'm collecting them and I'm making something specific. All right, about the countries. If a country names include republic, kingdom, states, union, or united, we use the. Again, to specify, right? For example, the United Arab Emirates. I'm kind of collecting and making giving them a tag. I'm making it certain. The Dominican Republic, or the United States, or the United Kingdom, right? All of them have a word like republic, states, kingdom. Okay, in English, we use the with ordinal numbers used as qualifiers. What do I mean by ordinal numbers? First, second, third. These are ordinal numbers in English. For example, this is the first time I've been abroad. The first time. Or he is the second best runner. The second best runner. Okay. Another case we use the is before the compass directions. For example, the north, the south, the east, or the west of a city. For example, I want to say the north of Germany, the south of the United States. Okay. Another case with geographical areas. Okay? Geographical areas. What do I mean? For example, the Middle East. It's a geographical area. Or the West. Or the equator. These are geographical areas and we must use the. And there are some certain geographical features such as rivers, oceans, seas, deserts, forests, gulfs, or peninsulas, or mountain ranges. These are some geographical things that we use the. Let me give you some examples. The Nile, the Pacific, the Sahara, the Black Forest, the Persian Gulf, the Iberian Peninsula, or the Himalayas. Alright? Another place we use the with famous buildings and well-known works of art. Again, it makes sense because it's specific, right? For example, the Eiffel Tower. Everyone knows it, it's specific. Or the Mona Lisa. Everyone, I guess, knows it. If you don't know, it's a famous painting. I'm sure you will recognize if you Google it. Alright, we use the with adjectives that refer to specific groups of people. Alright? For example, the old. I mean, old people. There's a hidden people there, but we don't need to say. It refers to all old people. Or the young, the rich, the poor, the disabled, or the homeless. Alright? And we use the before family names when we refer to again as a group. For example, the Browns, the Jacobsons. Here we mean all the family. Alright? Another place we use the is with specific times and time periods. For example, let's meet in the morning. It's specific. Which part of the day? The morning. Or today is the 5th of July. Specific day, right? Or we live in the 21st century. It's specific time period. Similarly, as a group, we may talk about animals also. For example, if I say the monkey likes bananas, here I am actually referring to all the monkeys. But notice that here the verb is used singular. The monkey likes, but the meaning is plural. Alright? We use the before organizations. For example, the World Health Organization or the UPS. These are well-known organizations. UPS stands for United Parcel Service. Alright. When we are talking about hotels, restaurants, or pubs, we use the. For example, we stayed at the Hilton Hotel. Another place with newspapers. For example, the Guardians or the Times. Alright? This one is so important. We use the with initialism. And initialism is an acronym that is pronounced as individual letters. For example, this word, how do you say it? DNA. We pronounce the initial letters, right? So we say it separately. Or FBI. Yes, these type of words we must use the, okay? The DNA or the FBI. This is very important because there are moments we don't use, and I'm going to explain it in a second, all right? So remember, if we pronounce the letters one by one, we use the. All right, lovelies. Now, let's see when not to use it, okay? If we are talking about something general, we don't use the, okay? To use the, it should be specific. For example, I like cheese, general. Or I like books, general. We don't use the with most private names. What do I mean private names? For example, people's names are private, such as Jack or Mary. You don't say the Jack or the Mary. You just say the name. Or holidays, they are private words also. Christmas, New Year's, we don't say the Christmas. It's a private word. You don't need to say the. It's specific enough, right? Or company names, it's specific. So you don't need to use the. For example, Apple, Microsoft. With university names, such as Oxford University or Harvard University. But there's something you should know. If the university starts with the word university, you should use the. For example, the University of Miami, okay? So Oxford University, you don't say, but you could say the University of Oxford, all right? If university is in the beginning, you use the. We don't use the with most country names. For example, Germany, France, we don't say the Germany. Or with streets, you don't use the. You could just say, for example, Miss Street. So if it's lake or mountain, single mountain, remember, we don't use the. For example, Mount Everest or Lake Loch Ness. We don't use the with continents, Asia, Europe, or academic subjects such as math or science. We don't use the with sports. For example, basketball or football. Or we don't use the with languages or nationalities, such as English or Spanish. But we use the if we say it with a noun. For example, the English language. Because there's language, you can use the. Or the Spanish boy. Because there is boy, we can use the Spanish boy. All right? We don't use the if there's a noun followed by a number. For example, you will stay in room 7. You don't say in the room 7. And finally, with acronyms, we don't use the. What is an acronym? An acronym is made up of parts of the phrase it stands for, and it is pronounced as a word. For example, NATO. NATO stands for North Atlantic Treaty Organization. All right, lovelies. We dive deep into the topic. Now you know how to pronounce it, when to use it, and when not to use it. I hope this was helpful, and please let me know what you think about this video, if it helped you, if you liked it, and please tell me how I can help you better, which topics you struggle to understand. What do you want me to teach you? Just let me know in the comments. I read all of them and I plan my next video according to your opinions. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel, English with Lingua Matik, and like this video to support my channel. Thank you so much. Hope to see you in another video. Bye for now.